other important way that people are using a differentiation is through the people that they have. It's very common in people-oriented businesses like airlines, food, hospitality, and so on and so forth. But it is happening even in other businesses like knowledge services. So you take something like the airline business, Singapore Airlines, which has repeatedly come first across the world, is known for its superior in-flight services thanks to well-trained, very courteous and professional personnel that it has on its flights. McDonald's prides itself on very fast, courteous, timely and efficient service at many of its fast food restaurants. IBM provides and is seen as an extremely professional provider of services in the computing space as a whole, not just servers and things like that, but even in terms of its IT consulting and other services. If you were to take somebody like India, NDTV has a certain reputation in terms of the kind of news services. A lot of people also have a lot of faith in papers like the Economic Times or Business Standard when it comes to financial newspaper and reporting. There are various ways that one can use superior people to differentiate your offering by making them look, in terms of things like their professional competence, the credibility that they have, the courteousness, reliability, how well you respond, how you handle complaints, and how well you communicate. In many businesses, you will find that these things are increasingly gaining very, in fact, maybe even greater importance in some cases than the product characteristics. Many people are assuming that many of these high-tech products or many of these products should have those kind of global quality specifications, and that it's the service and the personal aspects that are increasingly gaining importance. So it's vital for you to look at these things. The other way in which people are trying to differentiate is by the use of their channels in terms of widespread distribution, the coverage basically, the expertise of the channel. In many cases, the channels are poorly trained and it puts a lot of customers off. In some other cases, the channel partner himself is quite well aware and knowledgeable of the products that you have, and that makes a significant difference to the customer on the ground. Third thing is how well the channel performs. Does he, explain things to the customer? Does he take care of complaints of the customer, or does he just not bother? There are several companies here that are mentioned, global, Indian, all of whom have tried to differentiate themselves through offering different channels. For example, ICICI Direct has on the ground, investment outlets as also online, presence. So it has different ways by which it reaches its customers who need financial services and products. Raymond's has exclusive outlets as also multi-brand outlets through which it sells its various suiting and shirting products, and it has a certain reputation. Similarly, you'll find Dell has become very popular through its online channel and customized product offerings, so on and so forth. So how well you choose your channel strategy determines, on how your product is also received by customers. A vital aspect that we talked about even earlier while we were discussing positioning is the issue of image and the need to have an absolute, image which people and customers find credible and have confidence in. So this is the way that the various ways that a company creates and maintains an image becomes very important. So how you are perceived is very vital in making sure that you have a competitive advantage. There are many companies who are known by just simple symbols, like if you take the Nike swoosh, anywhere anybody sees it, they immediately identify it with that company. Similarly, its tagline of just do it. Or you take Apple, which has got a not really half eaten, a small chunk bitten off an apple, is a worldwide known figure. Similarly, the golden arches of McDonald's. The Mercedes-Benz has that familiar, star. So there are many ways by which companies try to create and maintain an image, and some aspects are mentioned here. Some people even have distinctive sounds, some have very distinctive images, some have distinctive associations with celebrities, and so on and so forth. So these are various ways by which companies can create and maintain an image. There's also the choice of the media that you can use to convey a certain mood, a certain claim or certain distinctive feature about yourself. There are various physical ways using and what they call experience marketing, creating an atmosphere even at the store level. You will find that hospitality groups in India like the Taj group in distinctive properties and also as a group as a whole, or the Oberoi, managed to create this kind of distinctiveness through and a certain kind of an image in different ways and create a certain atmosphere. You also have various companies creating this kind of an image through sponsorship of select events. Example, Formula One car racing, quite a few companies like Red Bull are strongly associated with this kind of an event. For Red Bull, this association conveys that certain energy, that certain buzz that it wants to have associated with its product. Similarly, Pepsi and Coca-Cola try to keep associating themselves with cricket, especially in a place like India, to make sure it's considered relevant to its audience.